Hello everybody, this is Purge bringing you the first person gameplay commentary. I am once again doing a replay cast here, so I hope you guys enjoy. I played this game last night actually. I didn't really have a VOD prepared for today, so I decided to do another one of these, and the feedback was pretty good on the last one as well, even though I've done this maybe like 8 times total across my channel. I don't do a lot of replay casts because I think that there's a lot of good things about live casting. You guys can get my opinions and things. It's easier to see when I make mistakes, why I make mistakes, than it is on a replay. But regardless, I think you guys should be able to learn a good bit today. I was playing a Beastmaster this game, going for a solo mid, and that's a pretty fun lane in my opinion. You don't get to do it that often though. At least that's the way that I see it. Because most people, when they get Beastmaster, they're thrown in the off lane because he is a decent off lane hero. But he's actually a pretty fun mid hero in my opinion. So I was waiting to draft here. I think I don't know if I had picked yet, but doesn't look like it. So nobody from our team has picked just yet. I figured that I was going to be playing against a puck mid. I don't know whose mouse this is, by the way, because I can't actually click on anybody on the rating team because apparently nobody has drafted heroes yet. But there I am. Click, 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 click. There we go. Okay, so there's me. I drafted a Beastmaster. I'm expecting to be against a puck mid. And the reason Beastmaster is okay against a puck mid is because I have a lot of HP. My armor is pretty great with 4 at the start, and it's pretty unlikely that a puck can actually kill me in the mid lane. So, additionally, I also talked a little bit when Brax was here when we went to the San Diego land. We talked to Brax a little bit about Beastmaster mid, and he said the best build to go is just axes with at least 1 aura, because that pushes the lane a lot and lets you rune control. So that's what I'm aiming to do this game. Again, since we're doing a replay cast here, I should have tons of time to talk about lots and lots of things. I actually don't have a Beastmaster set, which is totally okay because I very rarely played Zero. But after playing this game, I actually had a lot of fun with Beastmaster. Maybe I'll play him a little bit more often mid. Great base damage, his armor is good, base movement speed is fantastic, a 310 is pretty high, and his variety of abilities is great. Now, there's a lot of things that I didn't do quite as good as I would have liked. I didn't play perfectly, of course, but we can talk about those as I make the mistakes, and I can mention those things to you. So, cool things about Beast. Now, I already gave you all the pros and cons of the hero. He has good AoE with axes. You can push the wave quite easily. I'm going for 3 Ironwood branch with Tango for early builds so that I can get a fast bottle. And you should be able to get a bottle pretty quickly with throwing axes as well as meleeing, so that should go okay for me. And as you guys can tell from the map, there is a puck in the mid lane. So it will be a puck that I'm in the lane against here. So since I saved up all this money, I don't remember if I let the range creep through on purpose or not, but I'm going to let it, now that it's through, I might as well block the melee creeps and let it die first, and that's what's going to happen. It looks like the puck actually accidentally let the range creep through, so I didn't get the last hit there, but he didn't get it either, so I wasn't feeling too bad, though he did deny me once, which is going to hurt a bit. Again, my base damage is pretty good, but he actually pulled the creep all the way around to him, so it makes it a little harder for me to get the last hit, and I'm not completely sure if he did that on purpose or not. More likely what happened was, he just right-clicked me to do the harass, and it ended up pulling the wave towards me anyway. So it looks like Windrunner is going to die in the top lane, and
no use crying over
yep,
spilled blood.
They are dead. So kind of scary for us. The axes actually still hits the puck, which I felt pretty good about. I was surprised about that. I want to trade hits here with the puck because I know puck has pretty low base armor, so putting some hits onto puck is not a big deal. There are a couple creeps that are low here, so I was considering axing, I'm sure. And yeah, he actually didn't phase shift that one, which is a big mistake. I really don't think I don't think there's really a case where puck shouldn't phase shift axes, personally. But I just got 5 last hits now for 2 creep waves, that's pretty good. It's okay, 5 out of 8 is not bad for the middle lane. I have no denies yet, which is not good, but it's okay. I'm going to play a little safe here because I'm worried about him nuking me down. There is a chance that he could kill me, especially if a gank came, so at this point in time I was playing a little safe here. Still trying to get last hits, of course. But he's doing a nice job. I think there was a mega pause in this, now that I think about it. I'm trying to remember. Anyways, bottle's here, so now I've got more mana and more HP. The creep wave will push out slightly. So, except for when he denies like that, then that messes things up. So I was trying to do like axe cancels and stuff, so that I could fake him out. He did dodge it there, which is good by him. Like I said, he should be dodging that pretty much every time. I walked way too far away from the creep that time, and letting him get all these denies on me is not good at all. But I did push the wave, and the reason I threw the axe is because I knew there would be a rune, and I got lucky it ended up being top. So this picks me up a haste. I can possibly try to make a kill happen with this, but it's going to be a little tough. Like I said, puck has pretty low armor, so me harassing him for damage is definitely doable. can always trade hits with him if needed. He did not dodge the axes. He dodged one phase of those, but try to do a little hit on him there. Just might as well for the harass. I pick up a Call of the Wild. I do have an aura level, by the way. Picked it up at level 2 because that does apply a attack speed aura to all my creeps. 18 at level 1, which is pretty good. This is going to make my creeps attack faster and therefore push faster, and that's largely a good thing because we do want my creeps to push the wave up. That way I can get better rune control every 2 minutes. So for now it's not a big deal, but in a moment I will be waiting for. I tried to dodge that one, but I was not quite out of range. And once again, I'm letting him deny way too many. I'm going to check to see what his denies are. He's 11 and 7, I'm 11 and 3, which is, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. We're actually pretty darn close in the mid lane, but it seemed like a lot worse than that actually when I was playing it, and even looking at it now. So I've got axes again. I'm going to throw him from the high ground. I actually hit him twice there, so pretty big mistake from him. And more importantly, he should be taking that range creep. There's like no excuse for him not to take the that range creep deny. He should have done it. He did still get it, but I felt a little slow. Tramp Protector also has been using his passive here, which makes things kind of annoying for me because heals up the puck by quite a bit. He's going to push the wave with an orb, so I have to be a little concerned about counter pushing this because the rune is up in 10 seconds. And again, I do hit him with the axes twice, another mistake by him, which helps out my lane quite a bit, and that has actually pushed the wave, so the regen was bought. Earthshaker's going to pick it up, so that means I'm not going to be able to grab it. So at this point, I buy a magic wand, and I should be bottle crowing, I believe. Whenever the rune goes away, and I know that I'm not going to have regen for quite a while, it's just simply not worth it. I really wanted to kill this guy, remember? Oh, looks like I threw him just a little short. I don't think that would have killed him regardless, but that actually kind of cost me a lot. That was a nuke and some HP, so maybe it wasn't that worth it for me to go for that. I'm not quite sure, but pop in a tango as well, and I do have a clarity push. And just now starting the bottle crow process, should have brought it a little earlier, but I was communicating with the Windrunner there on Skype for that one. Once again, don't take the free orb if possible. Dropping the bottle down and the bottle crow to come back. So cool. 18 last hits now. If we compare this to the puck, we are neck and neck. Pretty low. I think our last hits could be higher. Could and should be, but he's actually playing it really safe right now. I'm trying to nuke the wave again. Again, he lets me let him just slightly there. I don't know if the phase shift is quite long enough. I wonder if I throw the axes way past him. I bet if I do that, then the time you're better off to hit 2 axes that way. I think because you spread the damage sources out. So it hits once on the way there and once on the way back, unless it basically hits right on top of them. I was just trying to waste the courier as much as possible. I'm level 6 now, that's important. I could roar the puck. He's a pretty good roar target. If you guys don't really know how roar works, it's a 3-second stun at level 1, which is massively good. I did actually throw the axes towards him, but he phase shifted it properly, so no damage done there. In 20 seconds, I'm going to have a rune again, which I don't know why I checked it there. It's not going to be there. We already knew that it was wasted, bought the 4-minute rune. 1 level of Call in the Wild. I haven't used it yet. I might in the future maybe just get a 2nd level of the aura at this point because I don't really want to summon the level 1 Hawk. Level 1 Hawk's pretty shitty. It's not really, I mean, it's 25 mana, which isn't very much. I can actually use it to rune control, so I probably should have done it for that. Like, for example, right now, I have no rune vision at all. Why would I not throw it, you know? I should throw it to get the rune vision up. And he gets an invis. I went to go check to see if it was there, and I actually missed him doing this, but it's gone. And I just assumed that he got the rune. He actually also didn't have rune vision now that you look at the map, so he got pretty lucky there, but I'm going to pick up a TP scroll, and I think I'm going to bottle crow again, I believe is what happens. But I probably should have used the Hawk to go get some vision to just check. I can see that he's getting ready to orb. That was pretty obvious by the fact that he was working all the creeps down, so I just made sure that I moved out of the way so that he couldn't get all of the creeps while also getting the last hits. So just played a little safe there. I thought I was going to get that one actually. Usually you can hit the range creep once, but I either got a little unlucky with tower or my base damage is a little bit too high for this. So the reason I'm bringing myself a TP scroll, it's very important because I do need to go gank some side lanes at some point. Roar is again a very, very useful ability, and since I'm 6, I am ready to do the damage. I think I brought myself maybe a clarity or something, I can't remember. Maybe this is, oh, I think I bought a buckler. I'm getting the buckler first because the extra survivability is very important. Very nice to have as well. I'm considering ganking the Alchemist at this point. So once again, still have Roar. Haven't really done a whole lot yet. But I'm going to go for a mech this game. Tanky strength heroes like Beastmaster are pretty good mech carriers because it makes him even harder to kill. And he doesn't have that many mana problems. And what I'm doing here is actually bottle crowing all the way. And I'm going to send that all the way home because the bottle's going to be empty anyways. So I figure I might as well get it back to me. So I kind of did... jack the courier quite a bit this game, but we should be able to get a kill top here. So he just activated his ulti. What I want to do is wait till that ends, and then what I'm going to do is roar him immediately. So as soon as his ulti ends, I want to roar him, and then we're going to kill him. Should be able to. So it's about like 15 seconds there. So I need to go up and roar first, and then the Windrunner and the Earthshaker will follow up, is ideally what we would do. So waiting for the bottle to come back here so that I have more mana potential, and then I'm getting into position here. So I'm going to ping and get ready to roar. And then Earthshaker fissured way too early. I was really upset about that, actually. I think that fissure was like way early. I wanted to roar initiate personally. Another thing we could have done is fissure into roar, but I pinged. There was some mistake from me there. Like I pinged because I said, okay, I'm coming to initiate now. And then the Earthshaker immediately fissured. He didn't really look and pay attention, I think, which was a little bit of a mistake there. He kind of had tunnel vision, and I didn't communicate as well as I could have. What I should have said is, get ready, I'm going to roar first, and all I did was ping, and that's not good enough communicating. For some reason, sometimes the range creeps don't get hit. It's a weird bug going on right now, but it just happens for some reason. So I should have communicated that better, partially my mistake, but also the Earthshaker's mistake as well. You can always communicate better, guys, and I definitely should have said something like, I will roar first, period. I don't know if I got I think the 8-mana rune is probably picked up by somebody else. I'm going to pick up a second Call of the Wild here, because now I'm going to have the boar. I can also possibly push mid, but we're going to see a DC actually at this point. I think we waited a long time for him, so I'm going to speed up to the 8 times speed, and you're going to see the screen go crazy. What I plan to do at this point, they're pushing the top with 4 heroes. So what I wanted to do, God, this is like really distracting. What I wanted to do is axe the creep wave so that it would pull past. Because as soon as we kill the creep wave, if you look at the heroes that they have, here's my TP. If you look at the heroes they have, they actually don't have very many. I maybe should have roared that Nyx Assassin possibly. But the heroes they have aren't very good at tanking towers. A Nyx Assassin, an Alchemist, a Puck, and a Crystal Maiden. They're good heroes, but they're not very good at pushing. And we actually have 3 of the best counterpush heroes in the game right there. Beastmaster, Windrunner, and Earthshaker, which means we should be able to kill an entire creep wave and prevent them from taking the towers. This is why I'm not sitting mid right now. It's because counterpushing is by far more important than anything else that we could do at the moment. So especially if all 4 of their heroes are dedicating time to trying to take this tower, then all we have to do is things like throw the axes and kill the creep wave, and bam. All of a sudden they can't push for another 30 seconds or so. So that definitely hurts them quite a bit. Comes another axes as soon as the next creep wave comes up. I pop another bottle charge because I want my mana to be high enough for a combo if needed. And there's the axes. She took a lot of damage there. That was the spiked carapace and stuff. But I think, yeah, they are going to get the tower here. And Earthshaker's going to fissure badly, and I decided it's simply not worth it, so... And then I believe Wisp TPs him with Dragon. I didn't see that one coming. A little bit of wand action. And things went really well there. Really well. So things that were fantastic. Dragonite showed up with the Wisp. He Fire Breath and killed Crystal Maiden immediately. And then the other 3 heroes actually got pretty grouped up, and I was able to axe. I'm sorry, Roar. The Roar does damage multiple heroes, by the way, if they're close together. The damage is 200. Nearby enemies take the damage, but they also get their movement speed and attack rate slowed. So that just slows them down by quite a lot, but it stuns the primary target. So I stun on the Alchemist because he's the hard carry. Usually it's good to stun with Roar, the hard carry. So stun the hard carry, and then did AoE damage to the other heroes, and then axed them on top of that, and just got a lot of kills. So despite us losing the 2 heroes in the tower, it totally, completely worth it there. Especially because it was the carry getting a lot of kills as well. So I have my headdress showing up. I am moving my hawk around. This is the first time I've summoned the pets, so it was a little definitely late. I should have summoned these earlier, by the way, but I still just 2 Call in the Wild. The hawk's pretty crappy, but I just wanted to make sure that nobody was going to swing around behind us, which is why I put the hawk there. And now I'm purchasing the mech. I should have waited to bring the headdress to me, basically, but I was a little greedy about it, so oh well. But mech is now finished. My mana pool is not that fantastic. A lot of the times when a Beastmaster does go mech first in the Chinese scene, which is where he's played mid, He will actually get Arcane Boots as well, but I opted not to do it this game, I believe, because I felt pretty good on runes. I was getting a lot of rune stuff. I was late on my stack here. If I didn't manage my creeps top, then I would have been able to have that up in time, but it's like the Nyx Assassin's gonna be able to snag the Invis rune, so I'm gonna let him do that. I'm just trying to keep an eye on him to see where he goes with it. But Earthshaker's farming mid. I'm gonna pop the illusions because I need the mana. We'll get the mana up. Once again, I need 270 to do a full combo, not including Hawk and Mech on top of that, so popping bottle charges just for the regen or for the mana regen is oftentimes worth it, I think. So that was Treant Protector actually by the tier 1 tower. I saw him on the map there, and I heard the sound, but I don't think I actually knew he was there when we were actually pressuring this. And this is Puck showing up. I wanted to roar him because I knew that if I roared him, things would suck, but I get stunned by the Nyx here. And I'm looking to do some nukes, but I pop the Mechalesk, stay alive a little bit, tethered to the high ground. He gives me tons of mana, so I can throw the roar. Axes as well, and Nyx should be dead, I think. To try like really hard to get that kill. And now we run. Threw axes on everybody there, but they did apply the slow as a result, and I think that was possibly a mistake. So, trying to purchase before I die. I think I failed. Yeah, I don't think I bought anything. I tried to buy a TP scroll, but I think I made a mistake. I really need to start queuing up things a lot more. This Treant's gonna get the cur. I was pretty mad about that. Somebody was mismicroing a bit, but God, that's so much damage. Dragon Knight's clean up so hard.
Somebody's cooking. Two down.
So good. So good. I loved watching that the first time, and I loved watching it the second time. That was so cool. Things that the Dragon Knight did really well there. His item build is fantastic for early game. At a 14-minute mark, he just hits so hard with the Maelstrom there and the Treads. And with the Soul Ring on top of that, he has enough mana to actually cast tons of spells. So I don't know what level he is, but he's probably pretty high up there, which gives him a lot of Dragon Armor as well. So all around, just really effective. Maelstrom, Treads, good stuff. And you guys saw it. He just absolutely crushed there. Cleaned up so many kills. It was perfect. I didn't know if the Treant was hiding by the trees, so we killed the trees, basically. Just in case he was trapped there. Go check for runes here, but it's 14 minutes, and it is going to be top. Bottle charge was arguably a little wasted. I should have Hawk up right now, but I don't. That's one of the things I did the worst about this game, is I didn't constantly keep the Hawk up. Especially when you have Call of the Wild to level 3, your Hawk is as good as it's going to get, and you should have it up at all times. Though we do have really good ward vision at the right now. I think it was, I don't know, the Wisp or the Earthshaker is doing a great job with vision, but I still should have it up. It's an extra ward, and looks like I'm trying to take a mid here. There's a lot of heroes bottom, we can see that on the map, but if we could take this tower and then go to the bot lane, it would be fantastic. I don't even think I grabbed the DD rune actually, which is arguably a mistake. I probably should have gone for the DD rune first, but I don't think I did. Yeah, I TP'd because the fight was happening, so I ended up roaring on the puck, which is maybe a mistake. I'm not quite sure. I'm trying to micro the pig a little bit here. Oh, the X is so good. It felt good. And a good power shot by the Windrunner. We got the kill, so really fun team fight there. My roar was maybe not so worth it. I mean, it did a lot of damage to Puck, but I think I maybe should have just ultied the Alchemist. Puck is quite countered by hard disables like that. It does a lot of damage to him, but I don't know. I think I would have been maybe better off ulting the Alchemist. It still worked out great, though. A lot of burst damage on the Puck there, and I got the axes on him as well, which put him quite low, so most importantly, though, was that I was at the team fight, and that's really what I needed to do. If I wasn't at that team fight, it would have been significantly different. The Puck wouldn't have died, probably. He wouldn't have taken a lot of damage, and I mean, I got 2 axes off. That axe on the other side of the trees was just fantastic. It did so much damage to them when they're all grouped up like that and all low HP, which is really what we needed to do. And I think that was actually a lot of our team fights, that we just have a lot of AoE damage with Dragon Knight's Fire Breath, my axes, my roar, and he has a Maelstrom on top of that. Every 25% chance, well, it's not every time, but there's a 25% chance to do a 120 damage nuke, which does bounce. So it's a lot of AoE damage that they have to deal with early on, and their heroes are pretty survivable, but not amazingly tank. It looks like he actually has Radiance up, but I'm going to have to go back to base at the moment, so we'll glyph this up. Yeah, he has Radiance, Hand of Midas, and a Treads. It's really hard to check people's items when you're not the one looking at them, I must say. And they are now ganking. He is going to be summoning that. That is so dangerous. And that's why it sucks to play against a Wisp. This Wisp is always going to be where you don't want him to be. So I think at this point I'm starting to buy a Necro 3, so I end up buying the Staff of Wizardry, because I know my mana's a little too low still. I would like to have the HP, but it's not something you can always snag. And I see a lot of heroes mid, so I'm going to go mid to counterpush. A little axe damage here. Axes do composite, by the way, which means that they are reduced by both the armor as well as the magic resistance. So that means that they're pretty good early, but they get worse and worse as the game goes on. Though you can also boost that by minus armor or minus magic resistance. It's a very, very weird damage type. The other thing that does composite damage is Lestrax's Diabolic Edict also does that. And the benefit of them is they actually do go through magic immune units, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yes, but they cannot hit Ghost Sceptered units or Ethereal units. That's the trade-off. So axes don't hit Pugna if he ends up decrepping himself, but it does hit BKB targets. So fun fact about that damage source. That is my Necro recipe, and I still have to buy the Ogre Club, or I'm sorry, the Belt of Giant Strength, so I'll go pick this up over here. Just need 70 gold. I think there's a hero bot. Looks like that's Puck. I could roar him. Actually, I should maybe be there, but I'm a little greedy about farming as usual. And from here, once again, we have pretty good vision. I'm moving the Hawk around a bit. I'm a little worried about whoever's sitting bot. It's actually the Wisps, so I'm going to put the Hawk high ground. It's like they did actually have a ward up, by the way. I guess I can't see them on the map. I did get spotted by the ward to be coming this way, I think. Looks like I'm going to be able to jump on a Nyx Assassin. Just saw me, though. So if I can get this roar off, it's going to be good, but... Alright, good. I did get the puck there. Pop the mech as well. I mean, look how hard it is to kill me. Like, I've literally been taking a ton of focused fire, and I'm still quite survivable. My axes end up finishing off him. So won a pretty big team fight. 3 dead heroes. I've got my Necro coming. Apparently stopped in the jungle somewhere. Another really good thing about Beastmaster on your team is, despite him not having a lot of late game potential, his ability to just buff up your carries later is fantastic because of the aura. And it's similar to Venge aura or what, Dry Ranger or Luna, except those are typical carry heroes most of the time, other with the exception of Venge, of course. Just the attack speed aura is fantastic for really helping out your carries in later stages of the game. I mean, think about Dragon Knight. If he has an extra 40 attack speed from my aura, I mean, that's a huge item that he's got picked up. I think at this point we tried to kill this Nyx Assassin. I did have the pig on him, but there's a lot of damage here. I have 6 seconds until my mech, and I was thinking about, I wish I would have thrown my axes a lot earlier there. I don't really know why I ran all the way in for this. This is really sloppy play. It's like really sloppy play. I really wanted this kill. He is all dead, and now we run away. I was mismicroing a lot with the Necro 3, I think is what was happening. So, trying to put the pig on the Alchemist if possible, and they did actually have a stun. I was hoping that they wouldn't, but they did end up having one, so I was trying to buy before I died. But again, once again, I didn't have my next purchases queued up, and I could have saved at least 200 gold there. That's a big loss, actually, and something that I thought about a lot this game. I was like, God, how many times do I die and then I decide I don't actually have the abilities, or I don't buy the stuff that I need to. And it's important because despite my gold being higher than the total, I still could have purchased something and been sitting on enough reliable gold where I probably wouldn't have lost anything. Because every time you get a kill, you get reliable gold. If you get a kill or an assist, that's reliable gold. That means that gold can't go away if you die. So what I should have done is queued up my next set of Necros. I could have bought the recipe before I died. And if I would have done that, then I probably wouldn't have lost at least 200 gold there, whatever my death total was. I lost 281, I'm sorry, that's wrong. 517 gold. That was an unstoppable streak. So I lost a lot of gold actually by doing that. It's a pretty big mistake, and that would actually, I mean, think about the difference. I could have farmed that gold and had a 500 gold advantage over this point, and you would say, wow, that guy's really good at farming. But the reality is, all I had to do was buy that item and I would have been okay. So pretty big mistake. I really got to start queuing up items. It's a really bad habit for me not to do that. Did I even have Hawks up during that fight? I don't know. But I still fought that team fight really bad. I tried to spawn the Necro and go micro it, but I think I did a really bad job on it, apparently. Because I should have just thrown axes when all three grouped up. I was sitting there like, okay, why don't I axe this? That Nyx is almost dead. Why am I not axing this? Why am I not axing this? Could have been a lot better. Regardless, still do some good AoE damage, as you can see. I'm scouting out Roshan. Since they won a team fight, there was a chance that they would have been over there. So I'm going to adjust the Hawk now for better positioning. It's going to now check their jungle entrances, and we actually pop a smoke, and we're looking for some kills here. I think that's the same DD top, dare I say. I'm pretty sure. I didn't want to waste my Aurora on this guy alone, so we're going to start things off here. I think the pig is hitting people. I eat a stun. Dragonite has really good items, by the way. Oh yeah, this is the fight that I mismicroed really bad. I tried to roar him, but I ended up accidentally pulling up my Necro 3 instead. It's a little bit of a mistake there. Regardless, it's going to do some pure damage to him. And Dragonite is level 16, and as you guys can see, he does some pretty good damage and really, really good slow. I love his item build this game. Treads Mjolnir with a halberd is so fun. The reason it's so cool is because he's got really good AoE from the Maelstrom, or the Mjolnir, excuse me. He doesn't go for a Midas because he's literally just, you know, trying to outcarry the Alchemist. He's got a lot of kills, 8 kills now with 10 assists. And the Halberd is really smart because a lot of the damage output from the Dire team is on Alchemist. And if he has that huge early evasion, and not to mention the fact that he can just stop Alchemist from attacking using the Halberd, it's so good early. Because there's no way that an Alchemist is going to be able to afford a... he's not going to be able to afford a BKB, basically. Now I'm looking to shift Q up. Most of them are pretty blocked here. My mech still helped a lot, but I really failed not getting the roar off on the Alchemist before I died. I tried to do it, but I pressed R and left clicked, but it was the mana drain that ended up getting queued up. So apparently I am not ready to handle the Necro 3 micro. That is what is going on. I'm going to be looking for some heroes here. It's a really good place to hide the Hawk. I'm a little surprised I actually didn't see it, but it's going to go invis now. Actually, they can see it because it's within tower range, but I was thinking about roaring somebody here, but not really that necessary. I do recommend maxing out the Call of the Wild, though, because your pig can get better. It gets a even better movement and attack speed slow, which I'm going to mostly right-click on the enemy's carry in the team fights, or somebody that's trying to get away. I did a good job microing the pig, but throwing the Necro into the equation just completely messed up everything. Another reason why Necro 3 is really, really good on Beastmaster, by the way, guys. I mean, there's a lot of different items that you can get. You can do, like, Blink Dagger. You can do Aghanim Scepter. Blink Dagger for Blink Roaring if you need to jump on an anti-mage or something. Aghanim Scepter increases your range and your cooldown of your ulti, or decreases the cooldown of the ulti. I was really confused about his jump in there. That one really confused me. Yeah, Aghanims is pretty good. I was a little surprised everybody was backing up because we just killed a solo hero. I mean, why are they not taking it? It's like, we just killed the guy and now you guys are scared to Roshan? It's like, come on. Aghanims is really good. Blink is really good, but the reason I really wanted to get Necro 3 is just because I felt pretty rich and I wanted to increase my mana, and I felt pretty okay with my item build. So my last bird actually died to the acid spray, so I have to be a little careful here. Although it looks like it's going to die to Radiance. Yeah, it does end up dying there. And Nyx Assassin did use his ulti, we heard that, so we decided to back up. I thought that he would be on top of us because he did use his ulti, but I guess that wasn't the case. So they did back up as we now look at the map. So yeah, Necro 3 is really good. Lots of mana, lots of HP, gives you some damage output, and it stacks so well with the hero. Think about if I find a solo hero, I roar him, I spawn my Necro 3, and then while that guy's stunned for like 3 seconds, my creeps are wailing on him. The melee creep drains mana. If it dies, it reflects a lot of damage. The range creep gives an attack and movement speed aura, and it can also do a mana burn nuke. Very, very good stuff for a solo target. And to make that even better, I've got an attack speed aura, so that means that all of the illusions that I then summon also attack faster. It's very, very good strat to grab a Necro up at the Beastmaster. It just synergizes so well. Really increases your pushing power, and not to mention makes you great at taking towers. I can spawn Necros. We can all go high ground. The Necros give an attack speed and movement speed aura. I give an attack speed aura. It's just so good for trying to take towers. And they also have a lot of invis heroes with Treant as well as Nyx Assassin, so I can pick up the Necro 3, which also gives True Sight, which means I can see wards, invisible heroes, things like that. So now we're looking to push. Our Dragonite's pretty far ahead in terms of gold. I've got the Necro 3. I've got my mech picked up. I'm quite survivable. And we will go high ground here. I think I'm going to axe and then probably spawn Necro pretty soon here. They are looking for an initiation, and I just kind of have to like follow up on that if needed. That was a good 4-staff on the puck. Wow, did he almost die. His attack speed's insane, though. At this point, I just kind of want to right-click the Necro 3 on somebody. Because it's just going to be pretty annoying. It drains like 60 mana every hit, so... I could have maybe roared him before he ultied, but I really wasn't that threatened, personally. So... my roar was a little wasted there, because he actually already stunned it, but... it's okay, we still got it. Mech was a little late there, but still ended up okay. So yeah, my roar was way early, but as soon as the Alchemist went in, it was time to go on him. I canceled my animation like 3 times there. And we won this team fight so hard, and our gold is so far ahead that we should, at this point, just take the triple racks. So, if you take a look at our graphs, we're actually not that high ahead. Where our EXP is huge, though. And that's really where the difference is. The gold graph is not that different, but our EXP and our hero composition is fantastic. Our hero composition really is fantastic. We have a hard stun on the Dragon Knight. I have a hard disable. We have a shackle shot. We have tether, spirits, earthshaker. Like, our draft is actually fantastic, I think. Our picks were pretty great. Our tri-lane isn't very safe, I would say. If they actually did an aggressive tri-lane versus us, they could beat us, I think, but I don't know. I think our hero composition was just fantastic, and that's part of the reason that we're just ending it now and able to. They're going to try to stop things, but look how fast that guy attacks. It's insane. I'm just going to right-click him on some heroes here. Look at the mana drain on the Nyx. It's insane. Who took the damage from that? Oops. I got so flustered there. Was I microing Necros again? I don't even know. There's an invisible Nyx next to me. I didn't realize he was right there, though. Micro. I messed that up pretty bad. I should just ultied it. I don't know why I walked in so close. It's very unusual. Wow, it's so much minus armor. He tried to save him, but he couldn't do it. His damage changing, or his target changing, has been really good this game, the Dragon Knight. His heart progression is really good as well. And that stun on him helps a lot, so... yep. Dragon Knight played this so well. I was pretty upset that he attacked there, but, you know. I was like, just wait and stun him, and he'll die. But they're still going to get him anyways, of course, because they're stacked. They call a good game as we get the Mega Creeps, and that's really all it took. We just needed to take a little bit of a team fight advantage. We won so many early team fights one-sided because of our really strong heroes that it just put us so far ahead. It was amazing. Trying to save the Earthshaker here. He did a really good job staying alive. My TP actually didn't save him, but... and that will be it. Pretty sick attack speed. And a pretty good win there. So... Beastmaster mid, take control of runes, get your skills, do a little ganking as soon as you get roar. Very good against hard carries because it gives you a really reliable lockdown. Other than that, I don't know. Go be with your allies, get some good vision with the Hawk. I could have been better with the vision. I could have been way better microing with the Necro 3. I was really bad microing the Necro 3 this game. It actually got me killed a couple times. But even still, my GPM was pretty fantastic. I'm happy with the game, and that is Beastmaster. Solo mid. Try him sometime. He's a good mid. Doesn't have as much carry potential as a typical mid like Templar Assassin or Queen of Pain or something, but he still has great contribution if you guys have a reliable carry on your team. So try him sometime. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.